the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them. We just step on, spin, move, in zone, let's go. Go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just step on, spin, move, in zone, let's go. Go from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe down with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a lane now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the hill.
They picking, snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts company.
From the site of Super Bowl 56, set to be contested this upcoming February, we are at the gorgeous new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
The first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. McKinnon here is complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 30 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And some room to your face! And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And a run past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Eason to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerry Tillery busting through to get him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Play action. It's Eason. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Here's Hardman to return. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
2nd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the give, this is Eckler. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The ball carrier.
In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
37.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. All the way down to the 12. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 51 yards.
12-yard line.
Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you're permanent.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Chargers 14, Colts nothing. Michael Badgley to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Nasir Adderley on the tackle.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 14. Colts nothing.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun is Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Hardman on a return. Nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And that will come the offense as they take over.
40-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for LA. 51 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. The handoff, it's Eckler. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. An extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And I think the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
On 3rd and 2, Eason. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Operating from the gun, Eason. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He's got Jack Doyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Eason. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Chargers 21, Colts 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert off of play action. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll toss this right side to Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it, and they've run it well here to start the second half.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 30 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21.
Rigoberto.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Austin Eckler.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 2. on the handoff. Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside, where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. From the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, third and goal. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal. Throwing is Eason. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Herbert on first down now. As he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing again. Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Darius Leonard blew that play up. "13 yards remaining on second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 42 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll bang that one through.
Tie the game, 28-all. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a give to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down, Indianapolis.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 42 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Colts 35, Chargers 28.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Sometimes I need a check. Not just thinking, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change the name. I like your respect. Give them more than what I get, expecting them to back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Ty Long now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are. at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back to Taylor on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd down, here's Eason. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38. Linval Joseph gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3rd and
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Eason. He completes this one to Mack. And he gets it down to the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Nicole Hartman on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll be incomplete. He took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Allen! Mike Williams, 71 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead.
His kick is
and he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Colts 45, Chargers 35.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Herbert. Right back for Allen. This time he finds it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
38-yard line.
Completes it to Hardman. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the
strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. 3rd down here.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Great return as they're finally able to take him down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 15-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one into the hands of Burton. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 82 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a carry from Mack. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tackled by Derwin James. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 47.
The Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.
Chargers 35.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Touchdown.